Hey y'all, my name is Gal Sal, and I was only going to play Speed Dating for Ghosts once, but it was so intriguing that I wanted to try it again. So here we are, back in the graveyard, and we're going to pick a different room this time and see if we can get some different ghosts. So, let's just go for it. Hello again. It's nice to see you. I'll just put your name down. And you can go right in. Thanks, Fran. Oh. Oh my gosh. A ghost. Oh God, sorry. Of course you're a ghost. We all are. Well, no kidding. Sound like a bee. Not used to this whole being dead thing. Well, I'm not used to it either. Nothing prepares you for this life, except this isn't life. Post-life? I feel so lost. When I used to have anxiety attacks, I'd focus on my breathing, listen to my heart beating. Now I can't breathe. I don't even have blood. That is a bit of an unsettling realization, I would say. What does that mean? I think it's pretty neat. Take it one step at a time. Steps. Yeah, that's a good one. It took me forever just to learn how to walk on solid ground. When I first woke up, after I died, I fell right through my coffin. Through my own body. Down, 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 into the bedrock. It was so dark. Well, that sounds awful. It was. I will never forget the confusion, the helplessness. I seized up. That stopped me from falling. It was like my whole body became corporeal, not flesh. Just like, you know how if you concentrate, you can pick up objects? Like that. Except I was the object. And the earth was holding me. It was so quiet there, stuck in solid rock. Wow, how did you get out? I pulled myself up, away from the heat below, sort of clawed my way to the surface, through the earth. I felt the rock moving through me. And this is one anxiety-ridden ghost. The bell rings. Oh, that was just the bell. Phew. Thank you for listening. I guess we'll talk more in a bit. Hopefully the other ghosts are as nice as you. Gosh. I feel kind of bad for that anxiety-ridden ghost. Another ghost appears. We have sort of a penguin-looking ghost. It's kind of disappearing into nothingness. Well, look what we have here. The ghost's voice creaks like ancient wood. The name's Spooky Peter. What up, Spooky Peter? He tips his hat. Dust spills off the brim. How do you do? I do okay. I'd wager otherwise. Like maybe you're scared. Like maybe you've seen a ghost. Spooky Peter laughs. Oh, or coughs. It's hard to tell. You definitely are spooky. Thank you for saying so. I've been doing this a while. My record of hauntings goes back long as the door. Since the Black Death took me in 1665. I thought the plague was earlier. Yeah, that would have been my first thing. The Black Death came in waves, lingered for centuries. I was a doctor in London. That would explain the crooked nose. And he's British. I knew I'd got it. The second the chills started, I was dead in days. Lost great gasp of bubonic on the island. Some 68,000 went with me. Ever since then I've been spooking folks. Even been in books. Not always by name, mind you. But you can tell when it's me. The top hat, the fear, all hot and sick. Nobody spooks him like Spooky Peter. Oh, okay. Well, are you the devil? No, I try my best. Do you? Guess I see it. The potential, I mean. I can help with that. I don't need your help. Oh? Why's that? Huh. I'm already scary. Spooky Peter leans in to get a better look at you. More dust falls off of the brim of his hat. Then show me what you got, kid. Turn milk into worms, make an unplugged stereo blast music. Ooh, pull your face off. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, let's pull off her face. Spooking like that may shock 'em. Now, what British person says ain't? But there ain't no art to it. You go all the way, the living have nothing more to fear. And when they aren't spooked, what's the point? No. The spookiest spooking's the stuff that eats at you. Makes you doubt what you hear or see. Makes you wonder what could be under that bed. It's never as spooky when you see what it is. So how's that for a lesson? It's useful. Good. There's more where that came from. If a legendary spookin' is what you're after, and Spooky Peter's gonna take you under his wing, so to speak, you'll need a solid foundation. It's all about knowing your audience. A good spookin' is in the details. The bell rings. The bell. It means we move on. Guess I'll be seeing you when I come back around. Am I? Okay, well. A thick layer of dust now covers the table. Well, that's gross. Wipe it off. I may be a ghost, but I still have standards. Another ghost appears. What? What an opening line. You want to make some money? I was going to comment on how adorable you are, but with that crap coming out of your mouth, I don't know. Excuse me? Do you want to make some money? Dollar bills? Cashola? You know, the stuff. I understand what money is. Look at the smile. Good. Then you understand why I want more. This is a singles mixer. Yes, it certainly is. And I'm looking for eligible, well accomplices. The name's Leon, by the way. I rob banks. Don't judge. You rob banks? That would have been my first question, too. Banks, financial institutions, cash condos, you know the joints. I know what banks are. Good, he says with that little ooh smile. You pass the test, then. You meet my impossibly high requirements. A ghost who knows what a bank is. Let's do this. The problem with robbing banks? People see the robbers, but you can't see a ghostie. We can walk right in and float that money right on out. Genius, right? I mean, wouldn't people see the money floating out? Because the money isn't going to be invisible. It's the perfect crime. I'm going to let all the snark out today. I can't believe I'm humoring you. You know it'll be a good time. We might get money out of it. What are the consequences? Are the cops going to arrest a ghost? No, they're not. Nah, I'm still not convinced. When you signed up for this, what were you looking for? A spooky book club? A napping partner? I want excitement. What's more exciting than robbing a bank as a ghost? Who else can offer that kind of fun? I mean, he has a point. Nobody but Leon. Not interested. Ooh, he got mad. But we're done here. Sorry, dude. Bye. Bye, Leon. That was weird. That was so weird. What the heck? The second round begins. Oh, it's the anxiety ghost. The other ghosts. Holy, they were awful. Leon's just a creep. And Spooky Peter? That name is earned. Oof. Also, I think I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Kaio. Sorry. No need to be sorry. No need, sure. I'm still sorry, though. My anxiety gets the best of me. Look, I have anxiety, too, and it really does get the best of me, so I feel you. And social situations are tough. This one especially. Yes, I agree. Leon's piece of work, I'll say. He actually asked me to rob a bank. He asked me the same thing. Can you believe that? When I told Fran. You told Fran? I feel like I had to. Oh gosh. Does this make me a snitch? Do you think Leon will find out? Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. It's probably for the best. Right? Who comes to speed dating looking for bank robbers? Leon's got some guts. Or whatever the ghost equivalent is. You're not like these other ghosts. I'm sure thankful for that. At best, dating ghosts is frustrating. Everyone asks the same things. How did you die? What was your life like? If we were alive, the questions would be like, what kind of food do you like? What's your favorite movie? Dying doesn't make people more interesting. It's Videodrome, by the way. Videodrome? My favorite movie, I mean. Oh. What was your life like? Oh, please. Not you two. I'll give you the short version. I was in film studies, working my way toward a PhD. In debt. Always pretty sad. I had good friends, though. I was always studying. One weekend, they convinced me not to study. They said we should go to the lake instead. I couldn't swim. I never learned. You see where this is going. I drowned. Everything went black and quiet. I woke up dead in a fancy wooden box, under 6 feet of dirt. That's when I fell deeper, like I told you before. I hate thinking about it. Why do I always dwell on the bad stuff? What's your favorite food? Seriously? You're asking me my favorite food? Coffee's a food, right? It's coffee. Oh, I already like this ghost because yes, coffee. Ooh, why am I not surprised? We could totally go for coffee after this. At a coffee shop? No thanks. We can't drink coffee anymore, and I hate being around the living. They somehow make me even sadder. Well, we could go to an art gallery. I like art galleries. Art galleries depress me. Half the art is super sad, and all of it's better than anything I could do. Man, you really don't have self-confidence, which just reminds me that I wasted my life. So I'm gonna say no to art. Tell you what, I'll come up with something. Something a little different, hopefully. That sounds good, or never mind? Never mind. Oh, I see. I know I'm a pretty negative person. A lot of people tell me that. It's not that you're negative. I mean, I have low self-confidence, but I really want to go see what that spooky guy's gonna do. It really, it's not you, it's me. Am I really telling that to a ghost, Cheer up, Keo. Why are you so down on everything? Don't worry. I don't want to hang out with me either. Why should anyone else? And now I feel kind of douchey. The bell rings. What a waste of time. Oh, poor Keo, however you say their name. My spooky protege returns. Oh, I forgot he's British. But I don't feel like doing the British accent. What knowledge do you seek, protege? Oh, why not go all balls to the wall? I want to know it all. In time, a truly spooky ghost requires one thing above all else. Patience. What spooks Spooky Peter? Not much. Though I will say, I ain't so fond of beasts. Ooh, what kind of beasts? The domesticates, hounds, felines. You're scared of cats? Spooky folk like me rely on a certain covertness. I can't just be all clanging about, announcing myself. That's not so spooky. Cats, they can sense Spooky Peter. They know I'm there. If I hide in the closet, they'll scritch and scratch at the door, start yowling, even run around in the dark to wake the owners, I wager. It's trouble, let me tell you. A real impediment. Spooky Peter wheezes. Something's rattling around in there. Are you okay? Pay the rattle no mind. I died with it. It stays with me. Well, okay then. You ever been to the mirror world? What's that? The place beyond this. Ooh, there's a place beyond this. But the same as this. You've seen it, but always looking in. The bell rings. If you fancy another lesson, come on by that edge of things. I'll show you around the other side. I'd like that. Maybe you think you'll like it. Seeing it's another thing entirely. Some things spook even Spooky Peter. Okay. I need to ask you a few questions. Oh, okay. Hi, Fran. About Leon. Did Leon mention anything about robbing a bank? Yes, I knew it. He said some weird things when he signed up. Things like, anyone got any lock-picking experience? I thought he was joking. I didn't get the joke, but that's normal for me. Did he try to recruit you? He tried. I saw the way he reacted during your turn. He left before we could speak. He had some nerve, I'll tell you. He sure did. Trying to recruit bank robbers at a ghost speed dating event. My ghost speed dating event. I'm so sorry about this, and I appreciate your time. I hope the rest of your dates are more stand up than stick up. Thanks, Fran. You're so cute. Uh-oh. That was a joke. Yeah, I know. Oh. Well, thank you again for participating in this. Ghosts like you make it all worthwhile. Aw, thanks, Fran. The bell rings. It's time to choose your date. It's safe to say Leon's out of the running, so we're not picking Leon. Spooky Peter or the anxiety-ridden ghost. I don't know. Maybe it's my mood today, but I'm not in the mood for that ghost. You arrive for your date with Spooky Peter. A hall of mirrors at a roadside carnival. A clown's face, all smiles and menace, watches over the entrance. Welcome to my home. Oh, okay. Inside are twisted corridors lined with mirrors, with only a slight reflection. It's especially disorienting to navigate these halls. Spooky Peter leads you to a specific mirror, taller than the others. The mirror's face is concave, as if to pull in everything around it. We are going into this mirror. Follow him. Balls to the wall, like I said, right? Together, you step inside the mirror. Ooh, we get to see the other side of him. Welcome to the mirror world, or as it's known here, Lorimet. That's the mirror world spelled backwards. Yeah, I gathered that. Do you see the eerie green? Yes, I did. That is what happens when an image reflects itself. It takes on an eerie green. The more times a reflection is reflected, the greener it becomes. Just like this. Wow. There's actually a science behind that? I don't know the science behind that, so I'm not going to pretend to know. That is pretty green. Thank you. Do not be afraid. Nothing here can hurt you. In the mirror world, the physical laws are upended. Am I really here? Or am I over here? Or am I over here? Oh, I kind of like this. Perhaps it is all of the above. I'm digging this. Or even nowhere at all. That's amazing. I'm fascinated by it. I'm enthralled. I thought you might be impressed. I have practiced these skills for ages. Centuries. It's not easy being green. Now come with me. The spooking hour approaches. That's 3 a.m., in case you're wondering. Yeah, I didn't wonder. I have watched Rosemary's Baby and The Omen and a lot of scary movies. Where are we going? We are headed to a brownstone. A walk-up I know quite well. The second-floor apartment in a house going on 100 years. A student of the arts named Paul has moved in. He heard the rumors. The house is haunted, they said. He ignored them. The cost was worth the fear. Together, you and Spooky Peter fly through the void, passing countless mirrors in reverse, each peering into a life still being lived. Each mirror in the living world is actually a door. Staring into one long enough in the dark, or saying a spirit's name 3 times, that's like knocking. After a short trip through oblivion, you arrive at a particularly decorative mirror. Okay. A splendid haunt. Spooky Peter leads you through the mirror glass into a long hall lined with bricks on one side. There are still boxes in the hall. The mirror you step through is propped up against the wall. At the far end is a massive kitchen with original marble tile that does well to hide its age. Well, marble actually ages quite well. Paul is sleeping. Let's get to spookin'. Spooky Peter leads you through the closed bedroom door, where a man in his 20s is sound asleep on a mattress. He is snoring loudly. Sorry, the snoring sounds. Spooky Peter floats to one shadowy corner by the open window, and then motions for you to do the same. The curtain flaps over Peter's shadowy visage. He stands silently, hat bent slightly forward. He's just standing there. Should we flicker the lights? Patience, protege. The aim is to be a presence, not a nuisance. Ooh, you know what? That could apply to a lot of situations in life, too. Be a presence, not a nuisance. I think I might apply that to my living life. Spooky Peter stands motionless for several minutes. Wait, no, 40 minutes. 40 minutes of doing nothing but standing there? Finally, he moves away from the corner. Watch, protege, as I tighten the knot. Spooky Peter sinks into the hardwood floor. The old wood lets out a loud creak, 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 as steady as a pulse. What, are we doing like some telltale heart kind of stuff? Paul is still snoring. Peter moves into the ceiling and starts to scratch. Scritch, 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 like raspy breaths. Paul is still snoring. Peter is starting to look annoyed. He floats over to Paul and peeks at his ear. Some sort of orange foam. It obstructs his ear canal, preventing him from hearing us. Again, I am thwarted by the progress of man. Scratch on the wall, or this is pointless. I gotta do something. You scratch with one nail long and deep above Paul's head. It leaves a long vertical line in the plaster. Make it an arrow pointing down, yes. Menacing, but open to interpretation. The fear this will sow brings me butterflies. I am proud of you, protege. Truly you are spooky this day. Spooky Peter leads you back into the hallway mirror, back through this weird mirror world of his. A fractal realm on the dull side of the train. What he said. Eventually you reach the mirror that leads back to where you came in. Well, this is me. Thank you for your company. This is fun or this is weird? This is weird. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Before we return to the physical world, I should warn you. Time behaves differently in the mirror world. What may have felt like hours was in fact years. A decade has passed since we began this date. Wow! I have never been on a date that lasted that long. Wow. I speak in jest. Oh, it's barely been the length of a talkie. Well, I was going to say that's crazy. The look of fear on your face. What is this game looking through my camera? Spooky Peter spooked you good. He tips his hat to say goodbye. More dust falls off the brim. Guess I'll be seeing ya. A breeze picks up and the rest of him blows away. That's cool. Sorry about this one. Why are you sorry about this one? It's okay. I picked it. This game is like a short story of sorts. All right. So you know what? I played a little bit yesterday, and I went on some dates, and I found when you visit the graveyard, you actually open up their gravestones. See, there's Gary's. But let's see what Spooky Peter says. Spooky Peter, spirit of malice, years alive, 1631 to 1665, died of the bubonic plague. Spooky Peter isn't his real name. It's one he was given by an author of famous, totally true ghost stories. Having been dead some 4 centuries now, Spooky Peter is the oldest ghost at speed dating by a mile. In life, he worked as a doctor, notably treating victims during the last significant outbreaks of the plague in London. The disease would ultimately claim him. Very interesting. All right, well, once again, y'all, that was a game of speed dating for ghosts. And I think that's it for me in this game. But I thank you so much for watching. I hope that y'all have a great Halloween and happy haunting. And please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. All right, until next time, bye.